What if I told you that the method you have been preserving your unripe plantains may be wrong or may be right? Well, today I'm going to be showing you 5 ways how I preserve my plantains. Let us go to the store to grab some unripe plantains. Plantains is a staple in my home, be it unripe or ripe. So let me show you how. Hello everyone, how is it going, beautiful people? I trust you guys are enjoying my preservation series, from yams to ripe plantains to now unripe plantains. Let me know in the comment section how you are enjoying it so far. Right here I got some ripe plantains too. I love my ripe plantains. I'm just going to set this aside because I have to boil them to serve with grilled fish for the next day. So I'll just sort out all the ripe ones and set aside. Now let us start our process with the unripe plantains. In this bowl I have some water in there. Go ahead and peel your plantains. For the first method, some people peel their plantains differently. Some love using like the vegetable peeler to just peel them, but us, how I grew up, we'll just use a knife and peel like this. It's very easy. Now after peeling that, I'll just go ahead and cut into pieces like this. Now this method for this is going to be for my porridge plantains. You're going to prep your plantains according to the recipe you're going to be using, or according to how you want to cook them. Like I always say, these recipes are just a guide. So for my porridge plantains, we usually cook it with some bitter leaves, palm oil, crayfish. It's a staple in an African home. To prepare that, in a pot, I'll add in some salt. I'll just go ahead, let that to get hot. You don't want it to be boiled, okay? This is the amount of plantain I'm going to be using. So at this point, our water is hot. I'll just go ahead to transfer this inside a pot of hot water and give this a stir. Now, this hot water method is going to work only if you want to make porridge plantains, okay? I find this method that when I make my porridge plantains, it makes it very creamy and soft, and also it helps to, you know, makes the plantain from discoloring when it's in the freezer. Now go ahead, remove that and put this at cold water, and we're going to go to the second method. Like I said, this method is going to work only if you want to make porridge plantains. For the second method, I'll just go ahead, cut it like this, then cut into 2. This method is for the boiled plantains. I don't peel my plantains when I want to boil. If you peel your plantains when you boil, you can go ahead and peel it before you preserve it. I find that when I boil my plantains, like with the peelings, it's very soft, very soft, and it's so good. I've been boiling my plantains with the peelings like forever. I cannot remember when I did not boil my plantains with the peelings. So if you have never tried it, try boiling your plantains with the peelings and come back and leave me a comment. It's the best in my home. So for this second method, like I said, this one is going to be for boiling and to serve as a side. Now to a bowl of water, add in some vinegar. You want to add in some salt, then put the plantain inside for it to have a good bath. Make sure the water covers the plantain thoroughly. Let it sit inside there for 20 minutes. This is going to help the plantain, like prevent it from discoloration. And you know the sticky substance that comes from plantains, yes, it helps to wash that out too. Also, if you do not wash your plantains with this, when you boil your plantains, you know the black water that comes out when you boil your plantains, that is due to that sticky substance from the plantains. The vinegar and the salt cuts that, it washes that away. Trust me on that one. When you want to boil it, your water is not going to be dark or black in color. Now transfer that to a towel and you want to pat dry. I know some people are going to come to the comment section and say, oh, you do not wash the plantains. There's no need for me to wash my plantains, then putting it in the water bath again like this, okay? If you want to wash yours, up to you. Now give that a good pat dry, then transfer to a Ziploc bag. That is all you need to do. When I transfer to my Ziploc bag, I just try to press it to release some you know, air from the Ziploc bag. If you have a vacuum, like a vacuum sealer, that's a perfect option as well. That is going to work perfectly. But for me, the African in me, I just go ahead and press this like this to release the air bubbles. So I don't see the need for me to buy a vacuum, because when I press it, I get out all the air. So now for our porridge plantains, I'll use a different towel. Always pat dry them just like this, and I'm still going to transfer into another Ziploc bag.
Cooking with Claudie.
For the third method, I'll be using a slicer just to slice my plantains like this. I want it to be thin as possible. Now this one is going to be used for plantain chips. My family, we are crazy over plantain chips, be it unripe or ripe plantain chips. My kids, in fact, we love it in our home. I cannot remember how many times a week I make fried plantains, and this is how I preserve them in the freezer. When I want to fry, I just fry from frozen. Okay, put a parchment paper like this, like I told you in my other plantain video. Do not ever use an aluminum foil, because the plantain is gonna stick there, and when you want to remove it, the aluminum foil is gonna stick on the plantain, making it so hard to remove unless you want to let it thaw. And trust me, you don't want to thaw your plantains before cooking. The fourth way how I preserve the plantain chips after cutting it like the other one, now I'll go ahead to deep fry it. Okay, go ahead, deep fry it in a pot of hot oil. This is the secret how to salt it. In a bowl of water, adding a teaspoon of salt, whisk that, then scoop in like 2 or 3 spoons of salt in there. When the plantain floats like this, that's when you add in the salt water. That's the salt solution. Then you give that another stir. Just keep stirring. Now you have to cook that until you feel with a spoon that it is hard. The plantain is supposed to be hard before you take it out from the fire. Okay, you don't want to take it out when it's still soft, because it's not going to be plantain chips at that time. It has been fully cooked at this point. I'll transfer that into an absorbent paper just to get rid of excess oil or for the oil to drain inside. Now I'm going to repeat the process for ripe plantains. This one is for unripe plantains. The next one is going to be for ripe plantains. We love our ripe plantain chips. If you want to use ripe plantain, it has to be the firm ripe plantains. Do not use the ripe plantains that is already soft. Okay, it's supposed to be firm to touch. Now scoop in the salt again, and when it is hard, the ripe one is gonna be like a deep golden brown color like this, or slightly brown. For the next method, which is the fifth method, transfer that into a dehydrator. If you have like a different type of dehydrator, that's good. I will not advise you to use an oven. An oven is slightly gonna cook it, and you don't want that. You just want this to dry off. If you are in an area which is hot, you can go ahead and put that under the sun. Everything is looking good in the Ziploc bags. It's just gonna go straight to the freezer right now. This can stay in the freezer for as long as. Now our plantain chips is now cool, ready to serve. We love our plantain chips, and guess what? Transfer that into an airtight bag, or you can put it in an airtight container. Trust me, plantain chips do not like air. It's supposed to be airtight to maintain the crisp and the crunchiness. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. You see that? Hard and crunchy. At this point, my kids wanted some. See, this thing is not even going to make up to 30 minutes. They're gonna eat it all. It was already done. You see that? It's already finished. I'm just packing up everything inside the freezer right now. That's how it's looking. Some people are wondering like, how big is my freezer? My freezer is really big. I have 2 large freezers. So when it's dehydrating, from time to time I open it and give it a stir so that everything dehydrates evenly, both sides and all that. Now after like 2 hours after dehydrating, I'll transfer into a strong blender and blend until it is fine. It has like a fine texture.
Cooking with Claudie, easy, simple recipe.
Transfer that into a container, an airtight container, and this can stay on your kitchen counter or shelf for like 1 year. Yes, that is how I make my plantain fufu. If you want to see how I cooked all the plantains, from the fufu to the frozen chips to the frozen everything, please watch out for my next video to come. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you how I cook everything from frozen, so you guys are gonna see how it looks like. Guys, I could not cook that in this same video. I was already tired. It took me 3 days to shoot this video, like so tired. Now this is the plantain chips. Everything is firm, hard, frozen. You just go ahead and transfer that into a Ziploc bag and go ahead and fry from frozen whenever you want to. Like I said, the next video is coming up where I'm going to be frying everything or cooking everything from frozen, so you can see. So guys, thank you so much for watching to this point. I appreciate all the love. Please don't forget to support your girl. Hit the subscribe button, like this video and share. And until I see you in my next video. Bye.